This is an interview with composer Carol Matz on November 1st, 2018. Hi, Carol.
Hello! Hi, everyone.
Students, parents, grandparents, and friends are here for our 2018 celebration of learning. Thank you so much for attending with us and letting us get to know you as our Composer Spotlight today. Would you tell us a little bit about your childhood?
Well, I grew up here in sunny South Florida. I'm wearing shorts right now, and since it's November, I'm going to guess you guys aren't.
No.
My mom's actually a really great pianist, and she gave me my very first lessons when I was only 4 years old. And what was really cool, though, about having a mom as a pianist was that I'd be able to hide under she had a baby grand piano. And I would hide under there, and I would lay on my back, and I put my feet up. It's too bad I can't still fit. And I would play with my toys and listen to her play like Beethoven and Mozart and Chopin and all these great composers. So I think that really started out, me loving music. And I never stopped playing the piano. I just always, enjoyed hearing it and playing it. But I did used to get a little bit nervous about doing recitals and things like that. So I'm just like every other student when I was a kid, and it's, I still get nervous when I'm playing, but I'm better at it now.
There you go. And do you enjoy it a little bit now?
I enjoy it a lot bit now.
Very good. So that little bit of nerves was worth getting over.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. So you began piano lessons at age 4. When did you compose your first song?
When I was 12, maybe 11, 12. I was taking my piano teacher was Mrs. Squire, and I think that for her time, because kids, I'm older than you. Parents, I'm older than you too. How did that happen? But for the time, she was very progressive, Mrs. Squire. And she used to do improvisation in the class, which is like making up your own music. So she kind of started me like that. And then I wrote a song called A Jolly Prank. I don't think the words were my own, but it was. But I wrote it out by hand, and my mom kept it. So I still have it in the scrapbook. But she really encouraged me to do a lot of composing. And I remember being in, I think it was social studies class in 6th grade. And I remember sitting there and doodling. And I was just pretending to write music. And I was drawing the lines and making my little treble clef that I practiced drawing. And I remember sitting and thinking to myself very vividly, I think one day I'd like to grow up and become a composer. I don't know, but somehow I managed to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite subject in school?
Science and English. Math, I don't think I did as well. But I love science. My mother was a biology teacher. And in fact, she was pregnant with me while she was teaching her last year of biology. I was born on the last day of school. And yeah, so she managed to make it all the way through. And then when they were having their class party, she had to go to the hospital. So she really instilled in me a love of science. And I think you guys are playing in some pieces from the interactive piano method. And if you notice, and you start flipping through the books, you'll see that I've got a lot of science-themed pieces in there about gravity, about electric cars and galaxies and things like this. So all my piano students know that they're going to get lessons in music, but they're also going to get a little science thrown in too.
That's awesome. I love that it's relatable to the subjects that they're doing right now, and even the technology that they are using every day now. It's normal to them. So when I see solar panels and things like that in your titles, I'm like, well, this is new. So this is great. So how many songs do you think you've published?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think I'm up to about 350 or 400 books. And then some books have 12 pieces. So I'm going to say 1,000. More?
Probably more. Awesome.
Lots.
Which song do you think has been your most popular? Your best seller?
Oh, bestseller. Hold on, let me pull out my royalty statements. You know what? I think that there were a few. I'll tell you which one was which was a really popular song, but also one that I personally loved. It was a song called "The Sorcerer." It was
Okay.
on the Federation list for a while, and I was inspired by watching all the Harry Potter movies and all that, Hedwig's theme and stuff. So I really liked the piece called "The Sorcerer." It's an early intermediate piece.
Is that in level 3, I think?
That's actually that's a standalone piece published
Okay.
by Alfred.
Okay.
But my favorite one from the interactive method is Stormy Ocean. I absolutely love Stormy Ocean, and that's from level 2B.
Okay.
The last song in level 2B, yeah.
Awesome.
And it's good to know that, since I live in South Florida, if you watch the news, you see we get a lot of storms, a lot of hurricanes, so it was kind of like inspired by that.
Very nice. So, not that the hurricanes were nice, but nice that you're inspired by current events.
Yes.
So let's get to know some personal things. Like, what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Mine too.
Yay, people.
And do you have any pets?
I do. I have a dog and 2 cats. And I don't know if you guys all know the Beatles, the great rock band. But all of my pets are named after the Beatles. My dog is Ringo. He was the drummer in the Beatles. And then there's Georgie and John Paul. So I've got the whole crew here. And I absolutely love both dogs and cats.
Oh, awesome. And would you have any closing remarks that you would like to address directly to the students and then to the parents, and then any remarks for me?
Well, to the students, I just want to say, it's really important that you think about how much joy you're going to have from playing the piano your whole life. I mean, you're just going to like totally love that you're able to do this. Your friends are going to think it's cool. And so I'm really proud of you for continuing to take lessons and practice. Maybe one day you can play in a band or grow up to compose music. And so I think it's really important that you will never be a grown-up who says, gee, I wish I quit lessons. You will always be an adult who says, I'm so glad I took piano lessons. I think, it's something you're really going to enjoy for the rest of your life. So congratulations for staying with it and doing really well.
Great.
And to the parents, I would say that the encouragement is great. And I think it's really wonderful that you're offering this opportunity for your kids. And I won't tell you to nag them to practice because the kids are listening.
But we all can use reminders in our lives, right?
Yes, I have many. Most of my reminders are electronic, though, these days.
And any last remarks for me?
Well, I have become the BFF of your piano teacher here, just so you know. She's been doing a wonderful job. I think she's really been instrumental in using the interactive piano method. I think some of you have gone online and done some of the activities and things, and I'm just really happy that she's been a really big proponent of keeping kids up to date with the newest best available pedagogy teaching systems and integrating a little bit of the technology into her studio. So you all are very lucky to have her, because she has been really wonderful in making sure that all the students are keeping up with the best that's available for them nowadays.
Well, I appreciate your taking the time to talk to us today, and we're going to get ready and start playing your music.
Sounds great. I really appreciate it, kids.
Thank you. Bye-bye.